जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा जय माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन जमुनातीरा वनचारी जमुनातीरा वनचारी जय राधा जय माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा जय माधव जय कुञ्ज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय श्री प्रभुपाद. So today I'm doing this song by Jaidev Goswami, A Murari Kunja Vihar. This is from the book Geet Govinda. And in this song, Jaidev Goswami is requesting Lord Krishna to come close to him. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hey Murari Kunja Bihari Hey Pranata Janabandhu Hey Murari Kunja Bihari Hey Pranata Janabandhu He Madhava Madhu Mathana Varenya Keshava Karuna Sindhu He Madhava Madhu Mathana Varenya Kesha Karuna Sindhu Hey Murare Kunja Vihari Hey Pranata Janabandhu Rasani Kunje Gunjati Niyatam Brahmarasatam Kalikanta निभत पथपन्था रासनिकुञ्जे गुञ्जति नित्यं भ्रमरसतं किल कन्ता निभत पथपन्था त्वमियायाचे दर्शनदान हे मधु सूतन संता त्वमियायाचे दर्शन दान हे मधु सूतन संता हे मुरारे कुंज बिहारी हे प्रणत जनबंधो नवनीरजधर श्यामल सुंदर चंद्रकुसुम रुचिवेश गोपीगण हृदयेशा नवनीरजधर श्यामल सुंदर चंद्रकुसुम रुचिवेश गोपीगण हृदयेशा गोवर्धनधर वृन्दावनचर वंशीधर परमेशा गोवर्धनधर वृन्दावनाचर वंशीधर परमेशा हे मुरारे कुञ्ज विहारी हे प्रणत जनबन्धु राधारञ्जन कंसनिसूदन प्राणतिष्ठवकचरणे निखिलनिराश्रयशरणे राधारञ्जन कंसनिसूदन प्राणतिष्ठवकचरणे निखिलनिराश्रयशरणे हे जनार्दन पीताम्बरधर कुञ्जे मन्थर पावने हे जनार्दन पीताम्बरधर कुञ्जे मनधर पावने हे मुरारे कुञ्ज विहारी हे प्रणत जनबन्धु हे माधव मधु मथन वरेण्य केशव करुणा सिन्धु हे माधव मधु मथन वरेण्य केशव करुणा सिन्धु हे मुरारे कुञ्ज विहारी हे प्रणत जनबन्धु. Translation. Hey Murari, who roams in the gardens, come near. O Madhava, who is the friend of those who bow upon, who destroyed Madhu, who is desirable, who is Keshava, and who is the ocean of compassion, please come near. Hundreds of shiny bumblebees are continuously buzzing in the gardens of our rasa. O you who, beyond the paths of material standards, come near, we all are craving for the sight of you, O Madhusudana, who is the quiet one. Please come near. O you who holds a new lotus, who is dark in complexion, who is beautiful, who is decorated with Chandra Kusuma, who rules the heart of the group of gopis, who held the Govardhana, who roams in Vrindavana, who holds a flute, who is a supreme ruler, who gives pleasure to Radha, who destroyed Kamsa, who is complete. I am bowing onto your lotus feet, which is the shelter of the unsheltered, O Janardana, who is wearing yellow robes. Please come near. Please come to me in this garden. Shri Jayadeva Goswami ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Prasad Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So we'll start with prayers. Hare Krishna. Char Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Smatha. Okay. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamahyam Dadati Swapadankitam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganam Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrutyam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Avatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavatirnaishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये नमो ब्रह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्रह्मण्य हिताय च जगत हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सदेशतारणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे पवित्र पवित्र स्वस्थ स्मृति पुंडरी कक्षम सभा बाह्यंतर शुचि श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु हरे कृष्ण प्रभु आई थिंक वी कैन स्टार्ट recap.
Hare Krishna. Can I start the recap?
Yes, Mataji, you can start.
Thank you. नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशताय. Dear devotees, today we will be doing a recap on last week's session about this funny person called Poundraka, who assumed that he was Vasudev. So let us see what we can learn from this episode. So the first question for today is, what can we learn from Poundraka's downfall? So as you know, I'll be going point by point, so you can read the first point and you can answer.
One should know one's position and should not come under like flattery.
Yes. What we can learn from his downfall is that we should not be taken away by our
pride.
Yes, pride. And we should be not like drowned in false identity, because we think that we are, of course, we can take it to another level, saying that we should not think that we are the body, and that we should remember always, all the time, that Maya has given us this material body, and we are only the spirit soul which is dwelling in this material body. So whatever happens to this material body, we should not give it so much importance. Of course, little importance has to be given because this is carrying the soul, but then utmost importance must be given to the spirit soul. Okay.
Hare Krishna, yeah, Hare Krishna, Mother. I just want to add something. You can see the beautiful picture, Charu Prabhuji has provided. How he is a glorious, and behind you see how they are laughing, right? So this is a verse, right? Those who you utilize, or those who praise beyond, beyond that, or psychopathy. That's what you call. So his primary, basically, we look at it. He did not understand who is there, but beyond that, also the people he was associating, those people were praising him. Not a praising. Basically, they were you guysing, right? You are such a great person. And the picture is
Flattering
very,
him,
very
actually.
appropriate. Yeah, very, very appropriate. No, you guysing or appreciate,
Flattering.
praising is it can be for the right cause, right? So somebody has done good job and one can praise, but he was not worth,
That is right. The word flattering is used. Flattering means
flattering. Yes, correct. Yeah.
so if we are
And
ignorant,
you know the
then
word,
we are proud.
sycophant? You understand what is sycophant?
Psychopath, yeah.
Sycophant. Yeah,
Sycophant
the
or
guys who out of control, they keep flattering, praising somebody who doesn't have this qualification, and then if they continues, in a while you begin to believe that I'm somebody, I'm somebody.
Yeah.
So
પ્રભુજી ગુજરાતીમાં આપણે ચાપલુસી કહીએ.
ચમચાગીરી કહેવાય તે.
ચમચાગીરી. Right, પ્રભુ.
So ignorance and pride, these two things, they can lead us to overestimate our power, overestimate our significance.
And as Radha Vinod Prabhu pointed out, actually they inflate his ego, but on the back they were all laughing at him.
Yeah.
His foolishness.
So that is this joker we are going to talk about. So the next question is, how did the self-deception of Paundraka come about?
Again, Mataji, the same thing we were talking about,
Yes,
he was not self-controlled. He didn't understand his own identity, who he is. And rather he was believing, as you see, the psychopathy, and he thought, really thinking that I'm so great, right? Even though he was nothing.
He was accepting the flattery. Whatever they
flattery
were...
And again, the blunder is that what kind of flattery, whom he was comparing. It's not an orange with apple. I don't know. There is no comparison with like Krishna with him. There's no reason, right? So
sun with
that
a
is the
lamp, you can say.
Yeah. Yes.
Compare the sun
हरे
with the lamp.
कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा माता जी. यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट ऐसा आता है कि ये जो लेसन है वो आज के जमाने में बहुत ही रिलेट कर सकते हैं हम, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे गुरु भी है कि जो अपने आप को भगवान का रूप मानते हैं कि मैं वो हूँ, मैं वो हूँ. तो वो बहुत ही रिलेट कर सकते हैं ये लेसन को हम आज के प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन में.
हाँ. Then you also can become ensnared, no? Maya will just pull you.
Yes,
You
yes.
just slowly, the flattery will actually pull you down, and then you will not even be aware what happened to me. Suddenly you will become like as if you are totally ensnared by Maya.
Other words, keywords used: self-delusion.
Self-delusion, self-deception, self-delusion. You're deluding yourself, you're deceiving yourself. Yes, very nice. So we'll go to the next question. How did Sri Krishna respond to Paundraka's false claims?
First, initially he just laughed. He smiled. The kind of ignorance.
It was a big joke.
The level of ignorance of the Paundraka.
Yeah, that was, he laughed a lot. And then that was like a joker giving him something to laugh about. Then
not only he was laughing, but
Yes.
when the messenger went there, right, in a Dwarika, the Yadus there, right? They were laughing. I
Even
think that is what is
Ugrasen.
yeah.
Even
Ugrasen, right?
Ugrasen,
Correct.
yes.
Yeah. So
exactly.
Krishna was a kind of less, but others were, because they knew who is Krishna, right?
yes.
And so
Imagine saying, you cannot hold the Sudarshan Chakra, give it to me.
maybe,
It was such a joke. I know this is the most funniest episode in the whole of Krishna book, I feel. This is the most funniest episode. And we all can have a good laugh.
He had a nerve to challenge Krishna to prove yourself you are Vasudeva.
So,
Prabhuji, one, Charu Prabhu is there. Prabhuji, all we pray for your brother. Everything is, so sad. You have come again with all this thing with your smile. Very great of you.
Yes,
coming back again.
Tomorrow is his funeral cremation, So that's the toughest
great
part.
day. Yeah.
So please,
we'll pray. We'll pray. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
So here, I want to say that I think the Raksha Mataji also mentioned that most of the time we compete with the Krishna, and knowingly or unknowingly, right? When we ask something from Krishna, we compete. This is also another way. He is a Paundarik, is a one thing, but in all of us, most of us, we don't surrender. Why? Because we think we are not less than him, right? So this is also similar example, right? I remember in Toronto, Rupnath Prabhu, he is my mentor and he's a senior devotee. So he always say that when we go to the Krishna, when we demand something, Krishna, give me this, all those things. So we say that Krishna, you don't understand, right? I know what I need, best thing, just give it. So we indirectly, by mind, we compete with him, right? Also. So this is a very good example that way.
Yes, yes. This is very important point what
Yes, Prabhuji,
Radha
very
Vinoda
true.
Prabhu mentioned. Okay. In fact, like we are laughing at him, but at some point of time, because we take a lot of control, we think we are the doers. So at least I think I am the doer. Okay. I take the pride, okay, what I'm doing. So I'm like a mini Poundrika. Yeah.
Yes. Then we
Yeah.
can laugh about it.
अगर हम सोचते हैं कि मैं बड़ा डिवोटी हूँ, हो गया
Uh,
हूँ, वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा प्राइड है, प्रभु जी।
yeah.
Yeah, Prabhuji, and those who are in post and position, the stage is quite early, है ना?
Then we have to learn from this episode. We have to laugh, but then also we have to learn.
Yeah.
Laugh and learn.
Krishna is subtly teaching, Baba, whoever is in this material world, you all thinking that we are mini Poundrikas. So please come out of that illusion. Okay. And establish the connection with me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the next slide, and we'll go to the next question. Point number 1 over here. What does Kashi Raja's arrogance teach us?
He said, like, I will get the head of Krishna. Okay. Then what happened? It is exactly happened. Okay. His head is fallen in his kingdom. Okay. In Benares, in Kashi.
So arrogance can
Arrogance
blind
is,
us,
yeah.
can make us blind. Arrogance. If we are so arrogant, then we will make us blind, and we will forget our limitations, that we have such a limited body, such a limited intelligence,
Yeah.
and it will lead to destruction. So that is.
And also, Mataji, we will become a subject of ridicule also in the same society where we are boasting.
Yes, leading out to our humiliation. So we will be
But one
humiliated.
more also point, Mother, we can also
Yes,
see
yes.
that Kashi is such a holy place.
Yes,
And this king is from that place, right?
yes,
So
yes.
how, such a holy place and the king, so many ironies are here. One after another, we see that how come he is an illusion, right? So much in that such a holy place.
Because bad company, no? Company is bad.
Company, exactly.
When
Correct.
Krishna's
Kusang,
son.
Doesn't
kusang.
matter where he's staying and king for what. He's a king for Kashi. This. Okay. So
Same Kashi and Varanasi, Kashi only, right? So
Yes,
that is
Kashi,
the
Kashi,
place.
Varanasi,
Varanasi,
Benares,
Banaras,
all
all same.
all
All
same.
all
three are
same.
same.
Yes. Yeah.
So the next question is, what lessons can we learn from Lord Krishna's victory over both Paundraka and Kashiraj?
He is a supreme power. Krishna is a supreme power.
Ultimate,
क्योंकि
yes.
he has ultimate truth. और भगवान के सामने कोई भी अभिमान जो है, एरोगेंस है, वो कुछ भी नहीं चल सकता है. हम कितना भी कर सके, भगवान हमें वो समझा देते कि आप कौन हो.
हाँ. And you have to surrender to the
यस,
Supreme.
एंड अगर सरेंडर हो जाते हैं तो भगवान हमें एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं. मगर अगर हम उनके सामने हो जाते हैं तो भगवान फिर हमें जैसे है वैसे पनिशमेंट मिलने वाली
That is
है.
a natural law. ऐसे natural law है कि we cannot,
Yes,
we have to surrender. That is
Yes.
whole universe has to surrender to the Supreme. So Supreme you have to like a gravitational force. What happens when gravitation happens? You have to, it will be pulled down towards the earth, right? That is a law. So like this is also a cosmic law, ultimate cosmic law. So you have to surrender to the Supreme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember Charu Prabhuji, one of the class mentioned, it's very, and I see it strikes to me, Krishna rakhe mare ko. If Krishna wants to protect, who can kill? And Krishna wants to kill, who can protect, right? So he's the supreme. He has all the absolute, and that's what word says. He's a divine. So he is above all. If he's not above all, that he is, then he's not that supreme Lord, right? Then
Yeah.
somebody else will be there. And he shows his divinity every time. As Mataji was saying also, you can't defy him, right? You are insignificant in front of him, right? In all the way.
So what we should do, we should surrender, we should align our our thoughts, our desires with Krishna's desires, and that will give us true freedom and the true understanding. So
Yeah,
also,
Mataji, here also, like one has to be very vigilant how the mind is working. Mind makes a person very disillusioned, and
yes,
it will put a person into illusion in a very subtle way that he won't even realize.
yes,
Especially people who are at higher positions or uh, like great authoritative positions. For them to fall down is very easy. So you have
We
to be
should-
so alert, so
we should
vigilant.
avoid pride, we should avoid deception.
Yeah.
And if anybody is praising us, then we should be very careful. One bell should ring in our head. Somebody's praising means what is going on? One
Yeah.
bell should ring. And what Radha Vinod Prabhu just now said, that point about Rakhe Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhe Ke, that is the point which last week before this class, I had sang one song, Tumi To Mari Bechare. That song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It is so apt. If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can see that song, it is so apt for this, whatever Radhavinath Prabhu just now said.
Yes,
Okay,
Mataji, it was a very beautiful song.
very beautiful song.
Yeah.
So let us go forward. Okay, in this we have almost covered everything, but let's see the third question. First two we have covered already. In what ways can individuals today recognize and combat the pitfalls of false identity and false deception as illustrated in this narrative? How can we recognize and how can we
We have to
get over it?
strictly see ourselves, self-recognition,
Okay, that
Self-awareness.
is, that is
awareness.
recognizing. Then how do we combat it?
Yeah, by spiritual teachings, especially humility and surrender.
Yes. So we have to
Guru-
surround ourselves with honest
Yeah.
feedback. People who are giving us honest feedback, we must surround ourselves with such people, not surround ourselves with flatterers, which normally we do, because whenever somebody says something nice about us, we like to make friendship with them, no, thinking that they are the ones who are our good well-wishers. But that is not the fact. Here it's mentioned how we should combat by, we should engage in reading spiritual books and all that, and also practice humility. But then we should surround ourselves with honest people who will give us honest feedback. It may be, they say no truth is always bitter. So it may be bitter. It may be giving us trouble like that for our ego. But then we should be very, very careful about who we associate with. That is very important. Self-reflection must be there. We should always must do mananam, whatever whatever happened during the day. If we don't do self-reflection, even sometimes before sleeping, we can do self-reflection, what happened during the day. This can help us a lot.
माता जी, यहाँ पे एक बहुत ही अच्छा इंसिडेंस है कि एक बहुत बड़ी डिवोटी थे, तो उनको वो अपने साथ में एक ऐसे आदमी को रखते थे जो उनकी निंदा करते हो।
हाँ,
वो हर रोज निंदा करते, तो सब लोग बोलते हैं कि आप ऐसे आदमी को अपने साथ क्यों रखते हो, तो कि वो उससे मुझे मालूम पड़ता है कि मेरे में क्या क्या फॉल्ट है, तो वो
हाँ,
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है। वो मुझे बता देता है कि आप ऐसे हो, आप ऐसे हो, आप ऐसे हो, तो उससे मैं
हाँ,
अपना सुधार कर लेता हूँ।
हाँ. And
Yeah, that
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also said this, that he always would like those devotees who are give honest feedback and not those devotees who flatter. So you say anybody
yeah,
who flatters, and then he was very against that. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
yeah. Raksha Mata's example is Tukaram Maharaj. Wonderful example. He was a great saint, and his neighbor Bambaji Maharaj, so
यस
exactly
प्रभु जी।
right is right example, throughout the life. And Tukaram Maharaj never felt any enviousness throughout. He hurt every day in all this thing happen. Everything is surrounding that particular Bambaji. At the end, he surrendered at the end, right? So this is a wonderful example of sometimes we should have who can criticize us for the right way, right cause.
So ideally for self-improvement, one should be surrounded by critics.
Yes. But positive criticism, actually, sometimes there could be envious criticism. Of course,
Yes.
in Tukaram Maharaja's case, it definitely is envious criticism because he is a perfect saint. How
Yeah.
can anybody criticize him? But it is his greatness that he accepted any kind of criticism. But of course, we should not go to overboard thinking that anybody criticizing us is right. So we have to have some self-reflection. Okay, so we go to the next slide here. What benefits do we get when we hear the pastimes of Lord Krishna?
It cleans our heart.
Yes, it cleans our heart and we can get rid of sinful reactions. So sins are cleansed when we recount his pastimes. Recount means we can remember his pastimes. So not only reading, but also recounting them. Or we can recount means what? We must remember, we must tell others, and we must engage in this kind of talks about Krishna. So by doing that, it's like a spiritual storytelling. Yeah. So
We must basically be absorbed all the time
yes.
in whatever. And what benefits, only benefits are there. There are no disadvantages, only benefits.
Yeah,
Apart
because
from
similar stories you may get in movies and all that. But what will happen there? Sins are incurred. Whereas when you are listening and telling stories about Krishna, your sins are removed. Your sins are cleansed. So what's the just the
Mananam and Smaranam.
just the opposite happens, right? Opposite
Yes,
of what we do in the day-to-day lives. Next question, what does the destruction of Varanasi show? Kashi was destroyed, Varanasi was destroyed. So what does that show us?
There will be universal
Yes,
karma.
Prabhuji, please carry on.
Sorry. There will be universal karma because the citizens also did a lot of mistakes as well because they have not stopped working for all these offenses. So
Yes.
they accumulated a negative karma and it is being resulted.
Yes. It shows us that there is a divine judgment. Okay. Once you can say that you can get away of oh, I got away. I got away by doing this sinful activity. But then finally satyam vijayate, right? Every time there will be the victory of justice. So divine justice will prevail, and those who are engaging in themselves in evil activities, they will face destruction. So that is what it shows. So don't think that you can get away by doing evil things. Maybe one time, two time you can get away, but finally you will definitely have to face destruction.
yes,
So
Mataji, even a place like Kashi is supposed to be the holiest place. But
protected
still,
by
that
Lord Shiva,
also,
none other than Lord Shiva.
yeah. So that also, like, so wrongdoing, wherever you do it, there is no escape.
No escape. Yes. Next question. What does the misuse of the Dakshinagni represent? Dakshinagni was misused.
Spiritual practices should be used for our uplifting, but here it is being used completely in a negative way. Okay, even that is also spiritual practice, but it is being used completely in a wrong way.
Yeah.
For taking the revenge, spiritual practice is being used.
Yeah.
So it is not correct completely.
Yeah, so there is a danger. There's a great danger. It shows there is a great danger if you are going to use something spiritual and you are going to misapply it, then what is going to happen to you, right? You should not use all kinds of powers, spiritual powers, and use it for your material things. So the next, what did Sudarshan Chakra do?
सुदर्शन चक्र ने पूरे वाराणसी को जला दिया और जो भी पहले तो वो सुदर्शन को और
तो दक्षिणा
Head of
को
जिन्होंने भी, हाँ
Kashi.
माता जी,
It has cut the head of
काशी
Kashi.
राज का सर को काट दिया।
हाँ
और जितने भी इन्वॉल्व थे इसमें, जो उसका बेटा, जो काशी का बेटा था, काशी किंग का,
हाँ
उनको भी
दक्षिणा
हाँ दक्षिणा, उनको भी मार दिया। और फिर पूरे सिटी को भी जला दिया, क्योंकि सब साथ में कलेक्टिव कर्मा के हिसाब से
हाँ
सबको उन्होंने जला दिया सुदर्शन।
हाँ क्योंकि what he did was he was symbolizing Sudarshan Chakra symbolizes the victory, that it is divine victory, divine forces over bad actions, sinful actions. So sinful actions, what happens? Divine forces can totally destroy. That's what Sudarshan Chakra did. Totally destroyed. Incinerated. Incinerated means, you know what? When a body, normally used in case of when the dead body is put inside the incinerator and it's totally burnt to ashes, right? We know this phenomena, that in the nowadays there is no such thing as pyre. Last time there was pyre, and then on the pyre they will put the dead body, and then there'll be a lot of wood, sandalwood and all kinds of wood, and then there will be, but nowadays there are electric incinerators which will incinerate the body within minutes, and you will only get ash. So like that, it was incinerated like a furnace. Everything is burnt to ashes. Amazing. What kind of Agni it must be, isn't it? So how did Paundraka get Sarupya Mukti?
He achieved this due to his devotion to Krishna's four-handed form.
That's why his
Yes, how
absorption. His absorption is a
Yeah,
keyword
the
that was highlighted.
devotion on
Okay,
400 form.
the devotion is in a wrong way, but Krishna has taken that as a devotion. So that is the mercy of Krishna.
Yes. Actually,
इट
it
इज
was not
प्रतिकूल
devotion.
भाव डिवोशन, प्रतिकूल भाव में
Pratikul Bhav
डिवोशन।
devotion.
Constant meditation and devotion.
Yes, constant meditation. Yes.
And with absorption, that
With-
too. Okay.
Yes.
With full absorption.
So then we asked another question. What was Sudakshina's misunderstanding?
Yeah, the black magic he performed, he believed that Krishna expects respect from the Brahmana, because that is the word used there, right?
Yes.
So it is a nicely coined, everything has a meaning there, it doesn't
Yes.
go so straightforward, right?
Yes.
So always there is a twist and turns every way. I think this was the belief that Krishna expects respect from the Brahmana, which is the other way.
Other way.
Krishna respects the Brahmana, right?
Brahmans. Correct.
Yeah, Brahmanas.
Correct.
माता
Very
जी,
good.
यहाँ पे भी शिव जी ने हेल्प भी किया है, क्योंकि उन्होंने उनको मालूम ही था कि अगर ये मांग रहा है मेरे से ये, तो उसका उपयोग ये करेगा और फिर उसका ही विनाश हो जाएगा।
Yes.
तो यहाँ पे भी शिव जी की मर्जी है उनपे
Mercy.
कि वो, हाँ प्रभु।
What does Lord Krishna's playful demeanor suggest?
Yeah, Krishna comes to perform Leela.
Yes.
He is at that level. All
Yes.
this killing, this thing doesn't matter for him, because he is so supreme beyond this three material mode.
Yes.
Krishna and Balram could go and kill all that Akshini Senas of who is that? Okay, 16 time, right? So 17 times. So
Jarasandha.
Jarasandha, right? So what to talk about this one? Just killing one person, and he is always compassionate. He looks at from that perspective of his position, his transcendental position. So he doesn't take it seriously.
Don't you think that he's a perfect actor? He's a perfect
He is a perfect
actor.
Krishna is a perfect writer, actor, director, and he himself is an enjoyer also. He does everything.
नटवर,
And,
he is a
Natwar.
So he has come to this world to
and he is the
perform
greatest
his
Chalya
deeds.
also. He's the greatest
Chalya.
Chalya also. You cannot
मगर माता
change
जी
him.
यहाँ पे मतलब भगवान की जो प्लेफुल लीला है उसका मतलब जो भगवान की डिवोटी है उनको बहुत आनंद मिलता है
हाँ
और जो उनको सुनते हैं वो भगवान से अट्रैक्ट होते हैं और जो
हाँ
अपनी जो सुसुप्त अवस्था को जागृत कर सकते हैं जो भगवान के लिए उनका प्रेम है वो
हाँ
जागृत कर सकते हैं वो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट ये
यस यस
लीलाओं का बैक में जो रीजन है वो ये है
yes yes. So despite he is so like Radha Vinod Prabhu said, he is the supreme protector, he is supreme enjoyer, he is supreme everything, but yet he came down and he performed such simple leelas, isn't it? Burning of Kashi is nothing, just like, but how he performed these kind of leelas just for the sake of his devotees, to engage in playful pastimes with his devotees, he came down. Such a wonderful Lord we have. Okay, so we'll go to the final slide over here. We'll see these questions are very, very instructive. So we'll just see what specific actions did Sudakshina take that led to the downfall of destruction of Varanasi. What did he do exactly? So first of all, why did he do? He wanted power, right?
He wanted to take revenge of his father because Kshatriya person,
Next,
right?
he wanted to
And
avenge
he,
his father. Yes.
yeah, he wants to avenge his father, and he selected the wrong, black magic.
Yes.
Because he was overwhelmed by defeating Krishna, not knowing who is he, right? That's
Yes.
very important. Whom to fight? It is the duty of Kshatriya to fight, but whom to fight, he should also see that.
Yes.
So I think nice words are there, define the divine authority
Yes.
and delve into the sinister realm of black magic. So he should not have used that. Rather, instead of surrendering and realizing how his father got killed, right? And
Yes.
other thing happened, but he went out of that. And his high pride, right? It misguided. Naturally, when you are you are illusion and that pride, it will take to any level, right? Such a
Yes.
sinister level also he could go, and that brought a catastrophic result.
Results.
Also.
Okay. Thank you very much. Then next, how does the
उसके इंटेलिजेंस को उसके मन ने कंप्लीट ओवर पावर कर दिया
overpower किया? हाँ.
ये
How does the concept of Sarupya Mukti relate overall narrative of Krishna's divine interventions? So how did he get the Sarupya Mukti? Because we know that because
meditation
of
on Krishna,
meditation, focus on Krishna's divine
focus
form.
on Krishna.
He
And
was focusing so much on his form.
so much.
Rupa means form. Sarupa means exact the similar form as Krishna. Sarupya Mukti he got means he got to go to the spiritual world. So there's no coming back, okay? There's no coming back from this place. So you imagine a person like Poundrak who was totally blasphemous, who was totally like having ill thoughts, and still he can go where? To the spiritual world, to Vaikuntha, and get a similar body as Krishna. Sarupya. So how kind is the Lord? And then he is totally, he was meditating on the Lord's form, Chaturbhuj, 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 always holding the four insignias, and thinking that Krishna doesn't deserve them, only I deserve it. And he was all the time he was thinking of that 24/7. So that Krishna didn't take the bad, Krishna took the good side. The good part of it was always Krishna does this. He only takes the good side. So when Putana came to feed him milk, although it was poisoned milk, he took it as a motherly love. He took it as that she has dressed as a gopi. Let her be like my nurse in the spiritual world. Right. So like that, he just takes the good side and it doesn't take the bad side. So then the next question is, in what ways can devotees apply the lessons from Krishna's detachment and heroism in their own spiritual practices? It's very important.
So there should be balance between the worldly things, whatever we do, worldly duties, on the
Yes.
spiritual paths.
Yes.
The equilibrium should be maintained.
Yes.
And
Balance must be there. Yes.
yeah, there should be the harmony.
Yes. Equilibrium must be there, peace must be there to enrich our practices, spiritual practice which we are doing. And we have to have a deep connection with Krishna.
Focus on your spiritual sadhana and
We
leave the
should
rest.
not waste our time in any other uh, things. Like
Yeah,
material
and
things में बहुत time waste नहीं करना है. जितना हो सके उतना हमें अपना साधना में time ज्यादा देना है.
and
Yes.
align our goals and priorities as per the
Yes.
wish of the Lord.
Yes. Yes, correct. We should align our thoughts, our desires, our goals with Krishna's desires, Krishna's goals, Krishna's. Okay, thank you all very much. Wonderful association. Thank you, dear devotees. I will hand over to Prasad Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Dhanav. Let me share my screen. Hare Krishna. Dhanav Pranam to Prabhuji's Mataji's. Thank you very much, Charu Prabhu. Thank you very much, Sri Prabhu, for giving this opportunity. Absolutely, I strongly feel I have no qualification, okay, to speak about this such advanced topics. And the last week also, okay, I have been asked to take, but it was a wonderful interactions with you all. So thank you very much. And today we'll continue with this. It is just the mercy of the devotees. I absolutely don't have qualification. Forget about studying to even touch the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. I have no qualification. It is just the mercy of devotees. So, if I'm saying anything wrong, please stop immediately. Please correct me. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Just now we heard last Sunday we have seen Paundrika, the false Vasudeva. He got punished, but like he got the Sarupya Mukti, and how he got that we have seen. And also now we have seen such a wonderful recap from Shina Mataji. So now we are moving to this, the next chapter, 67, that is Lord Balarama slays Divada, okay, which is a gorilla. What happened? It mainly at a high level, it has two themes. So one is to avenge the death of his friend Narakasura, okay. Actually, this gorilla, okay, is Divida, is a friend of Narakasura, okay, and he's a very powerful gorilla, okay. Divida is disturbed the whole world, okay, and also including the Lord Balarama and his friends. That is what he has done. And then Lord Balarama finally he will see, and then he just killed, okay, Divida gorilla, okay, with his just hand. That is what happened. So in these two parts we will see. So first let us start. Okay, so maybe first what I will do is I'll try to summarize the entire story in a couple of minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes, and then go to the individual themes, like how we did the last time. So as you have seen, Lord Balarama, okay, how he's slaying the gorilla. Just quickly we will see the summary. You know what happened is this chapter describes how the Lord Baladeva enjoyed his company with his Ingalls. Okay, that we have seen. Okay, in Vraja, that is okay, Raiva Kanta mountain. That is what happened. Okay, where he killed this particular Divida as well. The Divida. So what happened is Narakasura. Okay, we have seen this particular pastime. He's a demon. He was a demon, and Lord Krishna killed Narakasura. Okay, and he had a friend called Davida. Okay, who is this particular gorilla? So now you know Davida wanted to take revenge. Okay, death of his friend. Okay, and what is that he is doing is like he's setting the fire of the homes of coverts. Okay, homes of the villages, cities and towns, and all that. He started taking the revenge. Okay, and also what is that he's doing is he's pulling the trees and pushing them, okay, throwing them in the ashramas, okay, where the great sages are doing the tapasya, and he's doing all these mistakes. So, Prabhuji's Mataji's, we need to remember one thing. So Krishna, the Lord Krishna accepts anything, okay, even whatever sins we are doing, he accepts. But if you're starting giving troubles to his devotees, he will not forgive. He will immediately take actions. Yeah. So this is what we have to remember. So he started disturbing the sages. So this automatically his life, okay, will end up. After disturbing this entire land, polluting, what all he is doing, he's even polluting the young women in a such a respectable families which they come, right? So he started disturbing them as well. Okay. Yeah. Now what happened is in one day, uh, now, last week we have seen that Lord Balarama was spending with time, okay, with his gopis, okay, at this place. And then just at that particular place, okay, he came to that place, and what all he's doing, he's just displaying his honors and to the women right in front of the Lord, and insulting the gopis over there, okay, and he passed the stool and urine. So all nonsense, okay, he was doing. So actually, Balarama was, okay, he's giving time, okay, he's giving time, he's forgiving actually, but like he's not stopping. So his behavior actually, like finally, like Baladeva got a lot of angry on him, okay, and then there was a lot of fight happened, okay, between Baladeva and this gorilla Devida, and then Devida was he was throwing all the, he was just plucking the big trees and then throwing on Balarama. Okay, in fact, like he's been plucked all the trees, okay, in that particular area and thrown. But like Balarama, the kind of strength he has, nothing happened to him. Then he's pulled some mountains, some stones, and then he thrown. When he throw those stones on him, it was just become like a powder. Okay, that is a kind of Baladeva. The meaning, the name itself is there, no, is so powerful. Then finally, okay, there is some the physical war happened between Balarama and Divida, and then with his just hand, he just killed Divida, the gorilla. So that is the simple summary of what happened in this particular story. So in this, there are multiple themes for us. So the first theme for us is revenge and consequence. So what is this revenge and what is the consequences happens? That is what we will see. See, the theme of revenge powerfully underpins Divida's actions in the wake of Narakasura death. Yeah, Divida's deep-seated desire for, okay, vengeance drives him commit grave offenses. Okay, see what is that is there in mind? He wants to take the revenge. That is what his mind. Yeah. So the revenge he wants to take because of what? His friend Narakasura is been killed. But he never tried to take any introspection. Why Narakasura killed? What happened? Okay. So he was under completely a different direction. So he's a friend of Narakasura, he's overwhelmed with his grief and anger after his friend's death. So at he launches a campaign, the destruction, setting up a fire in villages and all that he has done. So in a nutshell, actually, at any time the revenge leads to self-destruction, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay. So a spiritual maturity lies in forgiveness, okay, and raising the above ego. That is what we have to learn from this particular theme. Yeah. So I just want to mention one small point here, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Today we are covering chapter 67 completely. There are multiple themes, and also we have to cover chapter 68 as well, which is the Samba's marriage. So I will go little fast. Okay, that is the reason I just summarized the entire story. Yeah. So, but if you think you need little more clarification, please stop. Okay, and add. And also, Sarath Prabhuji and Char Prabhuji, if any of the themes you think that we need to add little more, feel free to add it up. But I will go little fast because we have to cover actually 2 chapters. Okay, today. So now the moving on to the next theme, that is the nature of God. See, the passage vividly showcased the Lord Balarama extraordinary power. Okay, this is what showcased here, such that astounding feat and pulling the Yamuna river and being viewed as immeasurable. Immeasurable. See, if you see this, the nature of God is so extremely powerful. At the same time, He is so merciful. Yeah. Last week we have seen what is that with the tip has with his tip, okay, of that particular device, okay, Nagali actually. Uh, it is just been the entire river has been pulled off. Okay. Last week we have seen that. Yeah. So here as a child we cannot understand sometimes our complex the parents decisions, okay, how powerful our parents are. In the same way, the nature of God is he is extremely merciful on all of us, and also is extremely powerful. Okay, that is what we have seen in this particular theme, the nature of God. And the third thing is association and impact. Okay, this is very important for the practicing devotees, Prabhuji's Matajis. The devotees, what happened to the devotee? Okay, actually, we will see in this particular thing. Let us read it and understand. Devotee's tragic downfall can be tracked back to his determined association with Narakasura. Okay, why he became like this? Because he is friend of Narakasura. Okay, and the grievance offenses to the committed against Lakshmana. Prabhuji's Matajis, when I'm reading the translation purpose, which is given by Srila Prabhupada and Vishnuda Chakravarti, so I understood that this Divida is not an ordinary soul. Actually, he was there when Sri Ramachandra was there and Lakshmana Swami was there. And actually, this Divida helped. Okay, he's participated in the war. Okay, he supported Rama and Lakshmana and participated in the war. He's a gorilla, right? So, but you know what happened? He did some offenses against Lakshmana Swami. Okay, because of that, he had fallen. And after some years, and then he had a bad association with Narakasura. And because of this bad association, he's completely fallen further. And now he is doing offenses with even Balarama. See, we have to be very careful, Prabhuji's Matajis. Okay, even in our satsangs, we have to see whom we are associating. With a physical association, when we go for a satsang, right, we have to think with whom we are associating, what kind of faith that particular person has. Okay, we have to be very, very careful on that, Prabhuji's Matajis. So once you have the association which is not good, then our fall immediately starts. So let us move on to the next theme, that is role of humor and playfulness. So this is very nice, okay, theme. See here, the playful and joyous interactions of the Balarama with the gopis embody the concept of the divine play, offering the glimpse into the transcendental nature of divine through a playful exchanges. See, before coming to Krishna consciousness, I used to think that spirituality is a very serious subject. Okay, you have to sit and close your eyes and meditate. Okay, it's a very serious subject. But after coming to the Krishna conscious and after understanding, okay, the meditation, chanting, and kirtan, okay, which we are all doing here, okay, actually the role, okay, the Krishna consciousness and the spirituality is not a boredom. Okay, it's actually we enjoy a lot by serving Krishna, by serving devotees, by chanting, by doing kirtan, by hearing Krishna Katha. Okay, so it is basically humor in the entire Leela, the divine Leela, okay, is completely transcendental, and it gives a lot of sweet memories and good relishing for everybody, for all of us, Prabhuji's Mataris. Yeah, so that is what this particular theme is talking about. So as I mentioned, Prabhuji Mataji, I'm going little fast because we have to reach by 8:30. We have to complete both the chapters. Okay. So the next theme, which is fifth theme, the offense to the divine personalities. Okay. Prabhuji's Matajis, we have to be very careful with this particular thing. Okay. We have to be very careful with this theme. So let us understand what Prabhuji has summarized here. See, Divida's blatant disrespect for Balarama and gopis starkly illustrates the dire repercussions of the offenses against the divine entities. As part of the summary, I explained what all he did. Okay, what all he did. Okay, initially he was started giving trouble. Okay, to villages, and then cities, and then gopis. Okay, and then he is giving a lot of troubles, and then now he's just shown his annas, and then he started giving, and then he started throwing stones, and then started throwing keys. Okay, all these is offenses he's doing against Balaram. Who is Balarama? He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, we have to be very careful. Okay, when we are dealing with our Siksha Gurus and with our Diksha Gurus, or with any devotees. In fact, not only with the devotees, with anybody in this planet. Prabhuji's Mataji. At one place, I heard recently, we should treat everybody as a devotee so that we don't offend anyone. Because everybody will become a devotee at some point of time, right? Yeah. So let us treat not only humans, every jiva is a devotee. Let us consider. And at the same time, I should consider that I am the most fallen in this particular planet. Automatically, you start giving respect to everybody. Yeah. So in that way, if you have that, if your heart have to think in that way, okay, at least theoretical understanding is there, and practically we should start implementing. Yeah. So we should be very, very careful, okay, with the kind of offenses which we deal with others. Every theme, whatever Prabhuji has drafted here, is for us. When I have seen these themes, they were so amazing. You cannot see this direct kind of words in the translation purpose. And Prabhuji has like extracted the nectar from the translations purpose. That is the so great, okay, in these particular slides. Then the sixth theme, redemption and descent into ignorance. Okay, now let us understand what is there. The narrative of Divida and Maidas and Mainda. Mainda is another person. Okay, both are there here. A fall is a pregnantly paralleled with Jaya Vijaya. Okay, each similar cast down due to their own actions. So here there is another person, but it's not much explained. There's only one or two places is explained by Mainda. Is also both are like a very similar, like a Jaya Vijaya. So Jaya Vijaya also did a very small offense. Okay, okay, they did some kind of offense to Kumaras, to four Kumaras, which you have seen in previous chapters. So it is being there is a comparison happening. This comparison illuminates the overarching the theme of redemption. Even those who have fallen can attain liberation. Even if you are such a fallen, okay, Krishna is so merciful. We have seen in the just now the last chapter, okay, Paundrika, okay, he got the Sarupya Mukti. How it happened? Because he meditated in a wrong way, but he meditated. Krishna has only taken that absorption, that's meditation, and gave. So it powerfully suggests that, okay, despite deviations, the opportunity for a spiritual God remains accessible. Okay, reinforcing the notion of divine mercy central to Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Prabhuji's Mataji's on Saturday, Sunday, every day we are connecting here at 6:30 till 9 o'clock. What is it we are doing? We are doing meditation on Krishna and on his Leelas. And this platform is providing that opportunity to all of us. Yeah. So eternally, at least I am thankful to this particular group and Sharat Prabhu and Charu Prabhuji, eternally. So let us move to the next theme, that is contrast between divine and demonic qualities. Okay. So what is the contrast between the divine qualities and demonic qualities? The stark, okay, contrast between the divine virtues embodied by Balarama and the demonic behavior exhibited by the Dividas serves vividly illustrates Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective and the nature of the God and devil. See, if you see from the starting, what is the kind of patience Balarama is having? He's been just watching what happens. So he started doing offenses too. Okay, he know that the what kind of offenses he has done. Then he started doing offenses to his friends. Then he started doing offenses to him. Then he's been waiting, okay, whether he will change or not. Okay, he's been waiting. He's giving a lot of time to him. But there is no change. Okay, he's been continue doing offense. Then he wants to stop that offense at some point of time. he killed. Even that killing Divida is also kind of showing mercy on him, yeah, in another indirect way. Because if you just leave as it is, you will continuously continue the same offenses, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Yeah. So, see, if you see one side, the quality of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has a lot of mercy. Yeah. There's a lot of mercy. So it is divine is completely sattvic. Okay. That is what you could understand from this particular story. Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhuji, shall I move on? Any questions? Okay. So let us understand these question and answers. Okay. With this thing, whatever theme. See, we understood the theme and understanding the entire theme, Prabhuji has put it with a just simple and question and answers. Yeah. Now, what is this question? What specific actions led to Dividas to pursue revenge? And could there have been alternative path could have taken? See, what Divida has done, what alternative path could Divida has taken? If any of the Divida's characters is there, in our mind is there, what we should be taking the right path is being explained here. Divida was compelled by a deep sense of loss and anger following Narakasura's death. Yeah. His quest for revenge was fueled by the belief that avenging his friend would restore honor. However, alternative path could include seeking justice through a peaceful means, reflecting Narakasura actions and finding solace in a spiritual understanding, which might have led to healing instead of chaos. See what he could have done. Okay, why Narakasura got this kind of punishment? So I am the friend of Narakasura. This kind of introspection could have happened, but he has not done that. Just because my friend is dead, so I want to take some revenge. So how is revenge is going? He's just going in a completely in a wrong direction. So there is no introspection done. So that is what he should have done. Yeah. So simple question and answers. If you read it, we understand Prabhuji's matters. Okay. How can an individual today practice forgiveness and compassion in light of Divida's story and its implications for a spiritual growth? How can individuals like us today practice forgiveness? How should we practice forgiveness and compassion in the light of Divida's story and its implications for a spiritual growth? Okay, let us understand the answer. So individuals today, we all of us can practice, should practice forgiveness and compassion. Okay, by recognizing the cyclical nature of revenge and its consequences. If there is a revenge mindset is there in our mind, Prabhuji's Mataji's, okay, we will not come out of this death and birth cycle. Okay, so what should we do? Okay, consequences. Engaging in a reflective practices such as meditation and discussions about forgiveness can help us to cultivate empathy. Okay, this will give us what? Empathy. Learning from the Divida's downfall illustrates how holding one onto negative emotions can lead a greater suffering, encouraging a shift towards understanding and reconciliation. So this is a great suffering, right? Okay. So ultimately we will give up this body. And if that revenge is there when you're leaving this body, what happens? Again, you have to take the birth. Taking another birth itself major challenge. Yeah. There is no spiritual growth. There is no empathy. Yeah. That is what this question and answer is talking about. In what ways can divine play, this Leela, serve as a tool for a modern devotees in our in their spiritual practices? What is this entire theme this Leela is teaching in this modern world? Okay, for the modern devotees, that is been this question is asking. Divine play offers a way to connect with a divine in a joyful manner. Previously, as I mentioned, I used to think spirituality means is something like a very serious subject. I have to go to Himalayas, or I have to do some serious sadhana by closing my eyes. No, that is not the case. It's everything happens in a joyful manner within a Chaitanya Prabhu movement. Okay, Kirtan is a movement. Chanting is like you start hearing mantra, then you feel the joy. You feel the joy. So the modern devotees can incorporate this concept into their spiritual practices by practicing in celebrating rituals, celebratory rituals, engaging in devotional music and dance. You know, when we go for a physical association, this is what happens, right? So when we have, okay, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay, the Kirtan happens. Everybody gets up and dance and fostering a community spirit that embraces a happiness and light heartedness. When you dance, what happens, Prabhuji Mataji? When you sing loudly, what happens? When you pray loudly, what happens? Our heart will become so light. These practices can help deepen their connections to divine, to Krishna, while maintaining a sense of joy and spontaneously in the spiritual journey. So through a joy, we connect to Krishna. Krishna is a joyful person, Prabhuji Mataji. He is not a boredom person. Yeah. So he's a joyful. When you interact with a joyful person, you get a joy. Yeah. That is what happens, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji, Char Prabhu, Sarat Prabhu, you want to add anything, 1 or 2 minutes? Or is it fine to move in this direction? Hare Krishna.
Please move on. Right in the end.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I'm not sure I'm doing any justice for your themes, Prabhuji. I'm told you I'm such a most fallen soul. I'm just trying to read and try to correlate with the little examples what I have, Char Prabhuji. I am not qualified for any of these things.
Prabhuji, you well done, Prabhuji. It's very good job.
I'm just doing. Please bless me, Prabhuji. Yeah, please bless me.
Prabhuji, you're a wonderful devotee.
That is just your heart. I know how fallen. So the next theme, that is, this theme is talking about the Lord Balarama hammered, okay, Divida with a fatal blow. Okay, this is what actually in this actual punishment happened. When previously we have seen all the natakas what he has done. It's like he's throwing the stones, throwing the trees, all that. Okay, and then patiently waiting. Okay, and all the offenses whatever he has done, that all we have seen in the previous theme. So here now there is some fight happens, and finally Divida is being killed. That is what we are seeing this particular theme. So divine justice and okay retribution. Let us understand this what happens. So this passage powerfully underscores the theme of divine justice. Okay, the Lord Balarama decisively comforts Divida for his disruptive actions. So he started decisively comfort. He started confronting. The movement illustrates the profound philosophical truth of karma, emphasizing that every action has a consequence and that the divine intervenes to restore the cosmic order. If you are going out of the direction, then, and if you are going a different direction, okay, a karma, okay, whatever negative karma you do, and it has a consequence. That is what a justice will come. That is what this particular theme is talking. The Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas asserts that Supreme Lord actively upholds dharma. Okay, Supreme Lord always. Okay, sometimes we think that where is the dharma? What is the dharma is happening? The devotee is being punished. What is that Krishna is doing? Sometimes we get no. Everything there will be a time comes, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay, everything is under control of the Krishna. We think nothing is in control. Everything is under control of Krishna. There is absolutely no doubt in that. Prabhuji's Mataji's, I'll just tell one small thing. I really don't know why Charu Prabhuji assigned this particular topic last week and this week, and this is completely deals with Balarama. You know, I had some perception in my mind on Balarama, okay, because of my historically South Indian movies, especially the Telugu movies, which has not given very positive aspects of Balarama. Balarama means always shown anger, okay, that kind of thing has shown in our South Indian movies. So I had a different opinion of Balarama, even though I came to Krishna conscious. But after studying these purpose translations, I got my perspective is completely changed on Balarama. Maybe because of that reason, it is just assigned to me, these chapters. Yeah. So there is a meaning for everything, okay, for whatever happens. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So now let us move to the next theme, that is power and control. Balarama's remarkable capacity to withstand Divida's violent assault and ultimately to vanquish him showcase the theme of divine power and supreme control over creation. Prabhuji, Mataji, you know what is the kind of energy this person has? He participated in Ramalila. The kind of energy has. He's just pulling big trees, big plants, big trees, just like that. Just like that, pulling and throwing. The kind of energy he has, the Divida has. But finally, what kind of punishment he got? He just been punished. He just, if you see this particular image, right, he just been just pushed like this and he been killed. We cannot imagine the power of Supreme Prabhuji's Mataji's. That is what we understand. And Krishna, Balarama takes the control when it is really required. Okay. So that is what we have seen this particular thing. The next thing is non-violence and restraint. It's a very important thing. A striking aspect of Balarama's character and his choice to refrain from using weaponry against Divida. He has not used any weapons, opting instead of hand-to-hand combat. This decision exemplifies the philosophical principles of non-violence, ahimsa, even at the midst of conflict. The Acharyas teach that the true strength lies not merely in a physical power, but remarkably ability to exercise self-restraint and compassion. See, initially, actually, when he is doing all these offenses, when he is troubling his friends gopis, he could immediately punish, but he has not done that. He's been waiting. He's giving time. He's giving time. For a Shishapala, he has given time. Krishna has given it time. After 100 only he gave the punishment. In the same way, so ahimsa, okay, is being practiced by Supreme Personality of God. Then after a crossing certain stage where, like, if this particular moves beyond this, it's going to spoil completely life after life, then he'll start giving punishment. His punishment is also mercy, Prabhuji's Mataji's. We get so many problems in our life, day-to-day life. It is all because we have to remember Krishna. Even for remembrance, we get some miseries in our life, Prabhuji's Mataji's. You see, Char Prabhuji's, what all happening from last 1 month, if you see, he is there in front of us. He has completed entire 10th canto. Now he started 11th canto. His absorption means I get one word, that is Char Prabhuji. The kind of absorption he has on Krishna Lila, it's like, cannot imagine Prabhuji's Mataji's.
Prabhuji, we just did that. And don't praise too much. Otherwise, I'll begin to believe it there.
Yeah. That is the absorption, Prabhu. Yeah.
Archana Mataji, yeah, kahan hai? Archana Mataji nahi hai.
She's there.
But you see, I don't want to start believing that. I remember, being a devotee, we know that we are not the doer. Everything is done by Krishna. He uses us as his instrument. You know, everything is done by him. All the
Prabhu, praising devotees is also a good thing, Prabhu. But
yeah, but
devotees should not be hearing.
Devotees should not be hearing and believing that I'm somebody.
No, Prabhu.
So this is not flattering, Prabhu. This is praising.
It's not flattering, yeah. Prabhu, but only the expectation or the prayer to the Krishna is give a 1% of absorption what you have. Okay, at least to one, not even 1%, Prabhu, 0.01%. 0.01%.
Prabhuji, all of you are very young. You have job, work, family. Where I am retired now. I've got nothing else to do, you know. This is all it is, you know. So, and I enjoy, look at all the calamities that's happening in my life now, one by one. The power to withstand that is I'm getting through this thing, you know. So I spend time doing this thing and take my mind away from that, you know. This Sunday, my brother's cremation is there. All these things, I'm keep myself busy doing this thing, you know. And I enjoy it above all. So that Krishna is giving me that, you know, and in bhakti process, the nicest thing that happened in bhakti process, that humility builds up. Remember the 13th chapter in Bhagavad Gita? The first of the 20 qualities developed in bhakti is humility. He learns that he is nobody Krishna is doing everything, So thank you, Prabhuji.
So now we understand this, the fourth thing, that is transforming through devotion. The accolades bestowed upon the Lord Balarama by the demigods and sages highlights the transformation power of devotion. The response of these celestial beings affirm a significance recognizing the harmonic divinity. They align seamlessly with the Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective that the sincere devotion, sincere devotion serves as a catalyst for a spiritual elevation and transformation and inviting outpouring divine grace. Prabhuji's Mataji's. See, actually, we can feel it. We can feel it. We can feel it. When you are connected to Krishna, even you are in a so much of misery, you will not have feel that like a misery. You know the fact. This is a material world. You know that miseries do come and go. That is what ultimately you feel. Yeah. So the next one is the nature of reality and illusion. Okay. What is real? What is illusion? The intense battle serves as a vivid reminder that fleeting the nature of material existence and enduring the reality of the spiritual living. Davida's formidable display of strength ultimately falls. That is what we are seeing now against Balarama. He has a lot of strength, but ultimately what happened? Everything is fallen, symbolizing the illusionary aspects of material power when faced with a driven truth. Okay, whatever power we have to feel that, as just now Charu Prabhu mentioned. Okay, see, it is not easy, Prabhuji's Matajis. It is very easy through words of saying, yes, I am an instrument for the Krishna, but it has to come from the heart. For that only we are hearing this Bhagavatam on Saturday, Sunday, Prabhuji's Matajis. First of all, it has to come from Manasa Vacha Karma, we say, no. Sometimes it will come from through words. The slowly, okay, through Manasa Vacha Karmana. Initially, it will come with Karmana and Vacha. And it has to be there in Manasa as well. Then Krishna will completely uplift us and we take our service. That is what here it is being telling. Yeah. And then sixth thing, cultural and cosmic impact of divine actions. The trembling of Raivakanta mountain vividly illustrates, the entire mountain got shaken up, vividly illustrates the broader cosmic implications of divine interventions. Okay, that is what we will see. The Acharyas articulate that the Supreme Lord pastimes resonate throughout the universe, inflating all the creation. The profound interconnectedness reveals the omnipresence of divine. Omnipresence of divine will underscore the importance of acknowledging the Lord's impact on this world. Okay, the mountain is shaken, right? So what it is being telling us, that divine intervention will be there. Okay, when the injustice is taking place in every moment, especially with the devotees' lives, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay, even if it is a practicing devotees, Krishna takes the control once you start doing japa. That is what I heard from the senior acharyas, senior Maharajas. Okay, once you started doing japa, okay, Krishna is taking the control. Okay, so many examples, even in our lives, we could see Prabhuji's Mataji's. Yeah. So let us move on. We have to complete another chapter after these questions. Okay, let's move a little fast. Now let us see these question and answers. These question and answers are very self-explanatory, Prabhuji's Mataji's. That is how the Char Prabhuji has drafted. I really cannot imagine how we get this, to structure these PPTs in this way. What specific actions of Dividas prompted Lord Balarama's intervention? What kind of actions Dividas prompted Lord Balarama's intervention? What happened? So Dividas Brazen actions marked by aggression and chores posed a significant threat to a cosmic attack because he's troubling, right? Everybody. He is putting fire to villages, towns, and even he's troubling gopis, gopakas, everybody. Yeah, gopis. The cosmic attack and harmony. His entire nature is disturbing the entire harmony. He's disturbing. Okay, his violent tendencies directly challenge the fundamental principles of dharma, righteousness, dharma, upheld by divine beings. This alarming disruption made by the Lord Balarama intervention, not just necessary, but imperative, highlighting the critical role of divine justice in restoring the balance in the universe. For establishing dharma, A has taken the action. That is what ultimately this question and answer is telling us. Okay. Next question. How do the concepts of karma and dharma interact and context divine justice? Karma and dharma. Karma and dharma are intricately connected with the realm of divine justice. Okay. Now, karma and dharma. Let us understand this. Okay. Karma embodies the law of cause and effect. Okay. We should know that. Karma embodies the law of cause and effect. You get karma when we do laws of cause and effect. Okay. Cause and effect. While the dharma signifies a moral order and our inherent responsibilities. Okay. When individuals stray from the path of dharma, they accumulate negative karma. When we are get away from dharma, then what is that result we get? We get a negative karma. See how easily Prabhuji has written. Ultimately leading the serve replications. Once you get that negative karma, you will start getting the results. Even if not in this life, next life. Yeah. Divine interventions exemplified by Lord Balarama serves the reinforce of dharma. That is what he did, right? Balarama reinforced the dharma and rectify the imbalances. He rectified that any imbalance we have, that is rectified, wrought by negative karma, assuring us that moral order will ultimately prevail. Finally, again, the order has to come. That is what we understand. So, karma and dharma in this particular question. Prabhuji's mother is whether I don't know whether you read it or not. Actually, these question answers, no, if you meditate, no, you get so lot of knowledge and lot of self-corrections takes place actually. Yeah. It's a very small question and answer, right? In what ways can an individual apply the principles of ahimsa in our own lives? Okay, in this particular situation, ahimsa is also being discussed, right? So, how do you take this in our life? That is a question. Individual can embody the principles of ahimsa by consciously choosing. See here, consciously choosing non-violence in our thoughts, in our words, in our actions. So don't shout at our kids. Talk to them softly, wherever possible. Through our words, through our actions also. Okay. See, he said Prabhuji has mentioned three things: thoughts, words, actions. First thought, if a himsa action is there, then automatically our words will come. From words, actions. The order is also very important. The profound impact of non-violence is evident in its power to resolve conflict throughout meaningful dialogue and understanding, rather than restoring the aggression. By nurturing the self-restraint, see, let us read it. By nurturing the self-restraint, see, you are in a traffic. You should remember all these things. In a day-to-day life, by nurturing the self-restraint and compassion, even in the face of adversity, individuals can upload the essence of ahimsa and foster the spirit of harmony in their surroundings. If you are in a traffic, it is going to take delay more 10 more minutes. You should feel that. Let us do Hare Krishna Mahamantra in traffic. Sometimes that is what I do. Sometimes I hear Kirtan. I used to, these days I'm feeling that, okay, so much traffic is there. I used to take half an hour, but it's taking 45 minutes. Listen one lecture, listen one session of Maharaj, or listen one Kirtan, or close everything, start doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra yourselves. And feel that you are getting extra 10 more minutes for doing that. Yeah. Hare Krishna. I think with this we end here. We can move to the next chapter, I guess. Let me see. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So with this we completed this chapter. I'll move to the next chapter. Hare Krishna. One second, I will open that PPT. Just give me a second. Shape it. Sorry for that, Prabhuji. Just give me a second. 16.
While Prabhuji is looking for these things, let me add one thing. Did you guys notice a remarkable way Prasad Prabhu is conducting? He reads the words, everything's fine, but then he puts in his own words whatever he reads. Did you notice that? That's a wonderful quality, you know.
Yes, Prabhuji, very true.
Hare Krishna. We are at 8. Okay. I think we have to carry till 8:40 or something like that. So let us see what is it we could do. This is very, very interesting chapter. Okay, but let us try to understand. This is the Samba's marriage. Okay. So what I will do is quickly I will summarize the entire chapter in couple of minutes so that we know the entire chapter what happened, and then we'll go to the themes. Okay. So this chapter described how Kauravas capture Samba and all that we will see. Okay, let us understand what is this chapter is about. Samba. Okay, so he is very dear to Jambavati. I don't know how many of you know the meaning of Samba. Sa plus Amba. Amba means what? Mother. Okay, Samba is a very, very
माँ
close.
का बेटा.
Yeah, Mata Beta. Yeah, you got the right answer. He's a Mata's Beta. Samba is a very, very close to his mother, is his mother. So Samba is a darling son of Jambavati. Okay. So what he did is there was a Swayamvara happened for Duryodhana's daughter. Okay, her name is Lakshmana. Okay. Now, like as a Kshatriya, he can go and participate, right? So he went to that and and he kidnapped Lakshmana. Okay, over there. Okay. So, and then he has taken the Lakshmana and he is going in his chariot. Then slowly what happened is the Kauravas also came, okay, and they arrested him. After some time, the six warriors of Kaurava and all they came, and you know how they arrested him. Okay, so all six together, they have not fought individually. All six, one person throwing arrows on chariot, another person is on bow, like that. Six together fought with Samba, and he just finally somehow they arrested. Yeah. Then after arresting, they have captured the Samba, and then they have taken to Hastinapur. They have taken both Lakshmana and as well as Samba. And this who came to know is Ugrasena, who is the king of Yadus over this particular Samba's capture. And he called all Adavas, okay, for the discussion. Okay, and he is so angry and he wants to have a fight with Kauravas. Okay, then you know here the great thing comes to Balarama. Balarama pacifies everyone and he wants to avoid the quarrel between Yadavas and Kauravas. And he says that I will go to that particular place called Hastinapur and I will talk to Kauravas and I will get Samba released. That is what uh, Balarama says. Then the party, okay, you know, all these Yadavas, okay, with Balarama and went to near Hastinapur. They did not go to Hastinapur, they go to near Hastinapur, okay, and there was a garden, they stay there. And when they are staying there, no, what they do is they call Uddhava, they send Uddhava as a messenger to Kauravas, to Kurus, and they pass a message saying that okay, Balarama is came, Balarama is waiting here, Balarama wants to talk to you all of us. Then you know Duryodhana has some positive feeling on Balarama. Then everybody comes to Balarama. While coming also, they get all some very, very good gifts to Balarama. Then after that, the discussion starts with Balarama, and Balarama says the purpose of his visit. He says that like, okay, there was something happened. Samba came here. He has kidnapped Lakshmana, and while taking, you people arrested him. You captured him in Hastinapur, and our king Ugrasena wants him to release Samba along with his wife. He actually married. He's abducted and married. Okay. Rakshas Vivaha, that we call, right? So he wants to release Samba. That is what he says. Then immediately Kauravas was very, 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 very unhappy by hearing this. Now they do not oblige the order of Balarama and they leave that particular place. Then ultimately, you know, if you see the Leelas of Balaram, right? So very, very, his Leelas are very unique and very different. That is what I'm seeing. Very unique. See, he will give time. He will give space. He will tell, okay? He will pacify. He will tell all good, what is good, bad. He's like a Guru Tattva, right? Balaram is a Guru Tattva, right? And if you are not listening, then he will start giving punishment. Then Duryodhana, everybody leaves. Then, then, then Balarama start giving punishment. You know what he has done? He wants to, because Kauravas are not leaving, all the Kauravas in the entire Hastinapur, he wants to merge into the Ganga. Then he will take that po, what he has, okay, and then he will drag that entire Hastinapur. Can you imagine the power of Balarama, Prabhuji's Mataji's? Can you imagine the power of Balarama? He started pulling the entire Hastinapur. Then these stupid people, Kauravas, realize the power of Balarama, and they will run to Balarama and they will apologize him. Okay, they understand the power of Balarama, and they praise him. They fall at his feet, and they free up Samba and Lakshmana. Yeah. So that everything is being explained in 4 themes by Prabhuji here. As Samba, the son of Jambavati, kidnapped Duryodhana's daughter Lakshmana from her Swayamvara assembly. The angry Kurus forcefully captured him. That is what we will see in first theme. That I quickly explain the story. Then finally, arrogantly the Kurus refused the release Samba. Yeah. After Lord Balarama relayed King Gurusena order. Okay. Then that is what we will see. They completely reject even Balarama's request. Now in 3, they will see the consequence. What is that consequences? Angry Balarama drags the city of Hastinapur towards the Ganga. So in Prabhupada translations, Prabhupada says even today the Delhi is towards Ganga. It is been towards one direction. That is what Prabhupada actually mentioned. And Vishwanath Prabhupada mentioned that, okay, in his translations. It is because of this reason, he says. Then Kauravas beg for Balarama's mercy. That is what we will see in 4th theme. Hare Krishna. So let's move on. So now, hope everyone understood high-level themes. Now let us understand what is this honor. What is this honor? And what is this honor and retribution? Retribution is a punishment on someone who committed crime. Let us understand this. See, the shocking abduction of Lakshmana and Samba starkly illustrates the profound themes of honor and the dire consequences that follow acts dishonor with the interact dynamics of Kuru and Yadava's family. This narrative echoes the Vaishnava perspective on dharma and underscores the critical importance of safeguarding one's honor. See here, Prabhuji Mataji is we need to understand one thing. See, Samba has kidnapped the Kauravas or Duryodhana's daughter. Actually, it has impacted whose honor? Tell me. Kauravas' honor has impacted, right? Kaunava's honor has impacted or not? If a family, a goal in your family is being taken off, is your family name impacts, right? In the same way, there is impact happening. See, but what Lord is doing, he is not showing his power. He wants to come and intervene and pacify. Baba, yeah, something happened. We understand. But now let us rectify this, whatever happened. See, Lord doesn't show the power every time. Prabhuji's Mataji's. Yeah. See, this ensuring the conflict highlights the moral complexity inherent actions and reactions within the society, emphasizing how personal choices can profoundly disturb the communal harmony. This is going to happen, right? Overall, it is disturbing, right? This entire situation. Then the honor of Kauravas is being impacted. Then the Lord Balarama, okay? What is his theme? Let us understand. The Samba, the son of Jambavati, kidnapped Duryodhana's daughter Lakshmana from her Swayamvara assembly. Okay, the angry Kauravas forcefully captured Samba. So some honor is being hampered, okay, for Kauravas. That is what we are seeing this particular thing. But how it is being pacified and all that by Balarama and everybody, to some extent you already heard, but we will see it further. Okay. So let us move fast because this is a very big chapter 8. It has 13-14 slides, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay. Definitely we will have some discussion at end. Okay. Maybe today's session may extend for 10 minutes. Okay. So the power and responsibility. Balarama's fierce reaction to the Samba's action powerfully underscores the notion that with a great power comes immense with responsibility. We have to remember this. You are a vice president in a company, but there is a power. But every power comes with responsibility. Prabhuji's Mataji's, if you don't have that responsibility, automatically that power will be taken off. Management know what happens. Even Krishna knows what happens. So this is very important. That is what he's saying. See, his palpable anger and readiness to comfort with Kauravas signal a deep ethical duty in those positions of strength to protect the valuable and uphold the society order. Through the lens of Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, the reinforces the vital principles of divine figures acting as a guardians of righteousness, dharma, illuminating the essential truth that the power should be wielded compassionately for a greater good. A compassion is required with a power that Balarama is going to show in this entire Leela. Prabhuji's Mataji's, in our society as well, in the entire ISKCON as well, a president, okay, in many societies, how say ISKCON temple president looks like? He's so humble, right? Yeah. So we can see with our acharyas also, with so many examples. Yeah. So the war with peace, okay, let us understand this particular thing. The escalating tension, okay, there is a lot of escalating tension is there now with Yadavas and Kauravas, okay, injected because of Samba's action, ultimately because of Samba's action, compellingly illustrates the inevitability of conflict in human interactions, while also presenting the profound possibility of achieving peace through understanding and meditating. Philosophically, this starkly embodies the duality, the conflict, dharma versus dharma. Balarama's potential role as a mediator is what he's playing now, stands as a testament to Vaishnava belief in the power of compassion and dialogue restored the harmony. See, he is directly Balarama when in all the Ugrasena was unhappy. He wants to start the war. But you know what Balarama is saying? Balarama is not going for a war. He's mediating. Okay, as a Vaishnava, what is that? He know the power of compassion. Let us show the compassion in this situation. He has a lot of power. We have seen. Okay, okay. And he thinks that the dialogue, okay, a dialogue to restore the harmony in the midst of this choice situation, a dialogue intervention, a compassion, showing the compassion will definitely help. That is what he is bringing a peace in this war. Not only showing the power when it is required, and showing the compassion is a real strength. Okay, that is a divine quality. That is what we should remember, Prabhuji's Mataris. I really don't know how these themes been formed actually. So amazing things. There's so much of learning from each theme. Not only a Leela, but we have to take what we have to take it, right? Then fourth theme is fate and fate will. Okay. This is a very tricky one. Before jumping here, I want to tell you one thing, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Maybe if something is there in our mind, what Samba has done is a correct or dharma or adharma. Okay, I just want to spend a minute on that. Maybe at the end, definitely Charu Prabhuji and Sharat Prabhu will add on that. See, he's a Kshatriya. A Kshatriya can take a goal in that way. So it is not adharmic. That is what is mentioned by purposes. Okay. At that time, okay, as a Kshatriya, he can take a goal. She's also princess, right? He can take by showing his power. That is all right. Okay. At the same time, what Kauravas did, all six fought with one person, and they have taken that. And also in some translations, we have seen that even the Lakshmana has a very positive free will, a very positive opinion on Samba. That is also I have seen in some translations. Okay. So and also we will discuss. So it is not adharma what Samba has done. Okay, that we have to understand. And again, this is a divine Leela. Okay, there is a lesson for all of us. Actually, in this entire divine Leela, it is been glorifying actually Balarama. Okay, Before coming to, I told you already, Krishna conscious, I had a different opinion Balarama. This Leela is glorifying Balarama. Okay. Now, fate and free will. Let us understand this. Samba's predicament serves as a captivating entry point into the disclosure of a fate and free will. There is a lot of discussion happened on the free will and fate. Okay. But there is a one important line comes, we'll emphasize on that. His audacious abduction of Lakshmana triggers a cascade consequences. Yes, that is what we are saying. That hint a preordained destiny shaped by individual choices. Okay, preordained destiny shaped by individual choices. This interplay between the personal agency, okay, in this case the Samba choice, and the larger cosmic order, okay, illustrated by the Kurus and Balarama's response, invites a deep reflection on the philosophical principles of karma, reinforcing the beliefs that one's action significantly shape the upholding narrative of life. Okay, I'll just tell one thing. All the PPTs which is preparing right by this Char Prabhuji, okay, I always strongly feel, okay, there is a divine intervention is there here. Even though it is a free will of the Char Prabhuji wants to spend his time, but in the entire big picture of the Krishna, okay, in this entire Kali Yuga, these PPTs will be used by our future generations. There is a big picture is there. In the same way, whatever, okay, what this Samba has done, and there is going to be a big picture, okay, and there is a destiny is going to be there. That is what this particular fourth theme is talking about. So, especially on this particular topic and dharma, what Samba has done, let us reserve for the last 10 minutes by Charu Prabhuji and Sharad Prabhuji, and let's move on. Okay, Prabhuji, Mataji, hope everybody is with me. Hare Krishna. Radha Vinod Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Achana Mataji. Hope everybody with me.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji, we
Prabhuji.
are with you.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So divine protection and support. So let us understand this. The characterization of Samba as a child of the Supreme Lord. So who is Samba? He is a child of Supreme Lord. Prabhuji's Mataji's. We also child of Supreme Lord. Many times we forget who is our father. Krishna is our father. That is the biggest qualification. He is the father for all of us. Characterizes Samba as a child of the Supreme Lord, alongside his ensuring struggles, powerfully touches upon the theme of divine providence. This reflects the foundational tenet of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, emphasizing that devotees are shielded by the strength of their faith. See, Samba is being protected. Do you think you and me are not protected? We all being protected. Okay, by the strength of the faith. But what faith we have? What is the price? Faith is the price. But how do you get faith? Prabhuji's Mataji's. It is not easy to get faith, and faith has a price. What is the price? Listening Bhagavatam, understanding Bhagavatam, reading these PPTs, coming to these sessions is the price for getting the faith. Okay, Balaramas, because we are also children of Krishna, but we don't have faith. But by participating here, we get that faith. Balarama's anticipated involvement serves as a profound reminder of the divine presence in human affairs. Okay, guiding and influencing events according to the higher spiritual purpose. We don't know, Prabhuji's Mataji's, what is the higher spiritual purposes of these slides. Only Krishna knows. Only Krishna knows. Because I have not seen the slides like this in the entire episode. Like I have not seen any place. Wherever a strong devotee is there who wants to read, I start sharing these PPTs. Somebody responds saying that, yeah, they are great, who prepared and all that. Somebody will share me some more PPTs. Somebody doesn't respond, but that is fine. We start sharing the knowledge, encouraging to take this knowledge. Hare Krishna. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, one second. Yeah, divine protection. And that is what we have seen. Let's move to the next question and answer. This question and answers is like a self-explanatory. Let us go fast. What consequences might Samba face after being captured by the Kurus? Samba could not confront, okay, severe repercussions both from the Kurus, okay, both Kurus and within his own faction, within his own faction. So he has repercussions both the directions. The Kurus are likely to pursue retribution for a dishonor, okay, that is what they have, and embarrassment inflicted by the abduction, potentially originating the further conflict between these factions. Moreover, Samba's actions may invoke disapproval from the Yadavas. Yadavas also may disagree what he has done, okay, particularly figures like Balaram. Why you have done that? You could have asked us. You should have told us before informing us why did you do it. All these could have done, like a Balarama, who bear a weight of maintaining the order and protecting their community. So Balarama always protecting his community. That is what he does, right? So it could have, this could have consequences could have come. That is what Prabhuji is after. Let's move to the next question. How will the dynamics change between the Yadavas and the Kurus following Samba's abduction of Lakshmana? Following Samba's audacious act, the dynamics between the Yadavas and Kurus are poised to shift dramatically, becoming increasingly fraught and tension. The Kurus are likely to perceive Yadavas as a formidable threat to their honor. That is what happened, right? And authority, which could escalate hostility and unprecedented levels. These precocious situations may pave the way for a larger conflict, okay, compelling both groups to rally allies a bit, defend their honor and terrible claims. Actually, a war could happen between these two, ultimately. If these continue, if the Balarama is not involved, a war could happen between Kauravas and Yadavas. That is what ultimately saying. So what role Balarama play resolving the conflict agitated by Samba's action? Actually, Balarama is the hero, real hero actually in this. He's been glorified. His heart, his actions, everything is being glorified to all of us. Balarama's involvement could be instrumental in navigating the turbulent waters stirred by Samba's action. Given his righteous indication and determination to comfort the city of Hastinapur, he may emerge as a key mediator. He's a key mediator, striving to facilitate a resolution and garner support from the Yadavas to stand against Kurus. Depending on unfolding circumstances, Balarama might also assume the role of a protector for a Samba and Lakshmana. See, he wants to safeguard Lakshmana and Samba. He wants to protect honor of Yadus. At the same time, he is like mediating, protecting the honor of Kauravas, Kurus as well. Okay, orchestrating either a daring rescue for a strategic negotiation that could restore a peace amidst of brewing storm. Supreme Person of the Godhead can show the power at the same time. Okay, he show a different angle, saying that okay, showing empathy and bringing harmony across the groups. Okay, Hare Krishna. Let's move fast. So next to themes. The wonderful themes. Now we are moving to Sloka 13 to 29. So what is happening in this 13 to 29? Let us see this and understand the themes. Now arrogantly, the Kurus refuse the release of Samba. Okay, there is a discussion happened between Baladeva and Kurus, Balarama and Kurus, and they refuse. They refuse. They refuse to release Samba. Even after Lord Balarama relaying the King Ugrasena directed. He says, our King Ugrasena is thinking like this. So, better you release Samba. That is the proposal Balarama has put to Kauravas. No, Kauravas doesn't listen. That we have seen this particular theme. So, what is the learnings we see from each theme? Authority and hierarchy. See, this text powerfully underscores the necessity and acknowledgement of respecting the authority. And this is very, very important, Prabhuji's Matajis. You have to respect the authority. Who is the authority here, you tell me? Balarama is the authority. And there is a hierarchy. And by now, you should know the strength of Balarama. They should know the strength of, okay, Yadavas. Yes or no? But here, they lost that. They have not realized, particularly that Ugrasena as a ruler. The principle resonates deeply within the philosophical framework that asserts that importance of honoring honoring legitimate authority to sustain the order and harmony of the society. We should always give importance to the authority and hierarchy. I will just give you one example, Prabhuji's Mataji, and move on. Like many times I heard that disciples of Radhanath Maharaj go and say that, give me some personal instruction. I'm staying so and so country. I am in this particular city. Give me personal instruction. You know what Maharaj says? Maharaj says, you just follow your authority. You are under some Siksha Guru, or you are under president, you are working under some president, then just follow the authority. This is the instruction Maharaj, Radhanath Maharaj gives. If you are under that authority, you are done. Your problem is solved. In this, you just follow the instruction of Char Prabhuji and Sarat Prabhuji, you are done. That's it. Simple. And power of responsibility. Let us understand quickly, Prabhuji's Mataji, all these things. Balarama fierce reaction of Samba's actions powerfully underscores the notion of with a great power comes immense responsibility. See here, Balarama has so much power, but he is showing some responsibility as well. His palpable anger, he has anger, but anger is not our material anger. It's a spiritual anger. Baba, this fellow is spoiling. How do I uplift this fellow? That is the anger. His palpable anger and readiness to comfort the Kurus signal a deep social order. Though the lens of Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, this reinforces the vital principles of divine figures acting as a guardians of righteousness, dharma, illuminates the essential truth that the power should be wielded compassionately for a greater good. Every time, okay, when you have the power and you have so much responsibility is there. With that responsibility and by showing empathy and having dharma, okay, you have to move on. That is what this example is saying. Then the third one, diplomacy and meditation and mediation. Diplomacy and mediation. Balarama's commitment to resolving the conflict through diplomatic means serves as a testament to immense value of a peaceful negotiation or conflict. When there is a conflict, before you showing the strength, even though you are a very elder in the family, okay, everybody listens you. Don't show that kind of power. Okay, if there is a conflict, have the diplomacy. Yeah, have the peaceful negotiations. Okay, you don't need to show your strength. That is what this Leela is telling Prabhuji's Mataji. So we already 8:29 Prabhuji's Mataji. I will move fast a little bit. Okay, the next fourth thing, temporal versus eternal values. What is this? The Kuru's obsession with the material superiority and royal status. And they are in a false impression that we are the kings, we are ruling this entire planet. And they have to know that who is supreme God. Everything is under control of what? They should know, right? They are not having that. They are only thinking of this temporary versus, okay, temporary, I am the king. They are all under that understanding, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay, superiority and royal status starkly contrast themselves as values compared to it. The theme deeply innovates the contemplation of fleeting nature of the world power, emphasizes the significance of establishing spiritual connection. Unless you have the spiritual connections, Prabhuji's Mataji's, okay, if you have the material, you have so many properties, no, you are puffed up. That is what this particular theme is talking about. You are puffed up. You have to have the connection with Supreme. You should feel that everything is given by Krishna. Everything is under control of Krishna. Now, consequences and disrespect. The potential repercussions facing the Kurus for their blatant disrespect towards the Yadu king Ugrasena serves as sobering cautionary tale within the narrative. Philosophically, this highlights the principles of karma. Okay. Now, what is this Kauravas did? They not honored. Okay, whatever Balarama said, no. So they went back. Finally, what happens? Their city is being pulled. Yeah. No, ultimately they came and surrendered to Balarama. Yes or no? But initially only you should know the power of Balarama. Yeah. So that is what this particular theme is talking about. Let's move on. Okay, there are some question and answers come. What I suggest is these questions and answers are very self-explanatory. Okay, for this particular thing, shall we go through offline these question and answers and come back any questions, any discussion points maybe later? Okay, so I'll move on to the next themes if it is fine. Sharad Prabhu, Charu Prabhu, is that fine? These are very self-explanatory. Okay, because there is so much to go through to this way today. I'll just skip these question and answers if it is fine. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next themes. Now, this particular theme is talking about angrily Balarama drags the city of Hastinapur with the tip of his plow. That is what he said. No, they all left. Okay, because they are thinking that they are the kings, they are the controllers. That is what Kauravas are thinking. Now, city of Hastinapur, it's the tip of his blow has begun to drag in the cast the entire city into gangas. Can you imagine the power of Balarama? Prabhuji's Mataji is holding all these 14 planetary systems. What is that you could imagine, Prabhuji's Mataji's? Authority and justice. Okay. The passage is completely underscores the theme of authority. Authority, particularly through Balarama. Okay, Adyashi's response to the Kauravas insults. Okay, his empathic association that only physical punishment can effectively combat their arrogance highlights a profound philosophical stance that true justice occasionally demands a bold action. Sometimes, they don't listen. Some people doesn't listen. If a kid is not listening, sometimes mother will tell. So mother will tell with a loud voice, still not listening. It thappad ho jata hai na? Thappad. In the same way, this is what happens. The true justice occasionally demands a bold action. Yeah. Sometimes as a devotee, we don't listen. That time, say tappad comes from Krishna. This viewpoint deeply resonates with a Gaudiya Vaishnava understanding of Dharma, which asserts that upholding righteousness often requires a direct confrontation in wrongdoing. That is what happened by Balarama. He has shown the authority. You are not listening? No. For a justice, I am showing the authority. That is what is being shown. The nature of pride. If a pride is there, what happens? Balarama's sharp critic of the Kauravas who are puffed up due to their wealth. That is what we discussed now, and their assets. Sheds a light of a crucial philosophical truth. Material possessions can cultivate arrogance. Yeah, too much of material possessions, and if you are not connected to Krishna, that brings arrogance. Yeah, that is what happened for them. Yeah, that is nature of pride. The third one is diplomacy and mediation. Okay. Yeah. See, Balarama's commitment to resolving the conflict through a diplomatic means serves as a testament to the immense value of the peaceful negotiation for a conflict. Okay. This is what actually he wants to do. A peaceful negotiation. A peaceful negotiation over conflict he wants to do, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Let's move on to the next theme. Response in insults. Response in what? Insults. See, let us understand quickly. Let us give just 10 more minutes, Prabhuji's Mataji. So I'm sorry for that, because this is very big chapter actually. Response to the insult. Balarama's unwavering refusal to tolerate the Kauravas' disrespect, okay, poignantly highlights the essential themes of dignity and self-worth. Philosophically, it speaks that paramount importance of protecting one's honor as well as the divine. In Gaudiya Vaishnavism, dismissing insults aimed at a god or his devotees is considered is not just inappropriate but violation of one's duty when justice demanding response. Okay, you have to, as previously mentioned, we have to be very, very careful how you are interacting with other devotees, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay. Then another theme is protection of devotees. Balarama's resolute intention to rescue Samba while disciplining Kauravas powerful illustrates the theme of divine protection for a faithful. If you are a faithful, then divine intervention will definitely come. Okay, here when the Samba is being captured by Kauravas, divine intervention came in the form of Balarama. Here Krishna is not involved. Balarama said, "Let me go and intervene, and let me bring back without war." That is what Balarama said. Yeah, that will protection of devotees will always happen. That is what this theme is teaching us. This Leela is teaching us power of intoxication. The metaphor of intoxication that Balarama uses to describe the Kaurava's pride reveals a profound philosophical understanding how a power can distort perception and lead a moral blindness. Okay. Gaudiya Vaishnavas emphasize that necessity of humility and spiritual practice highlight that the true wisdom flourishes in consciousness unclouded by ego and materialism. Unless your conscious changes towards divine, to Krishna, okay, whatever material with you have, we are end up having so much of intoxication. That is what this theme is explaining us, Prabhuji's Mataji. I'm skipping the questions and answers. I'm moving to the last theme. Okay. Now the fourth theme, the Kauravas big for Lord Balarama's mercy. Finally, their city is being pulled by plow, right? Now finally they realized the power of Balarama. And they came at the big for the Lord Balarama's mercy. That is what we are seeing in this fourth theme. Now, divine authority and humility. That that we have seen. Divine authority and humility. The Kauravas, okay, palpable fear of Lord Balarama serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of recognizing the divine authority. Okay, that we have seen. Okay, their acknowledgement of his formidable power and their subsequent efforts to appease his underscore a profound lesson in the humility. This situation philosophically illustrates the strength is found in yielding the higher principles and embracing necessity of a moral conduct guided by the divine will. We have to remember divine authority. Okay, anger as a source of instruction. Let us understand this. Balarama's fierce display of anger, he's shown the angerness, right? Emerges a crucial vehicle for imparting wisdom and civility. Okay, his anger is not a material anger. Prabhuji's mother is not like us. This indicates that emotions, when channeled correctly, when his emotions have been channeled correctly, can play a transformative role in the shape of behavior. Now their behavior is changed, right? By showing the anger of Balarama, correct? That is what is being shown. Sometimes our spiritual masters, Charu Prabhu may show anger, Sharat Prabhu may show anger. But actually, it is not a material anger. Actually, it is a spiritual anger. That is for what? It is showing the correctness in our attitude. Sometimes we don't respond. Okay, in our recap sessions, Prabhuji encourages. And sometimes he says, I'm very discouraged, saying that you're not switching on camera, you're not sharing your answers. He shows that anger. But what is that anger? He wants a transformation from us. That is what exactly this particular theme is talking about. Yeah. Now, relationship and interdependencies. Relationship and interdependencies. The Kauravas offering of elephants. As a result, okay, they brought back Samba and Lakshmana, and they brought so many gifts back. They gave so many elephants, so many horses to take back all these to your Hastinapur, to your Dwarka. Okay, they have given so many gifts. Now that it is been talking about that. So Kauravas offering the elephants and horses symbolize their earnest desire to repair their fractured relationship with Balarama. Okay, they were trying to repair it. This act embodies the essence of interdependencies in social dynamics. Okay, so it is good to have giving the gifts for having the better relationship. That is what this particular theme is talking about. Let's move on. Okay, consequences of action. See here, the Kauravas descend into a fear and turmoil due to their wickedness and pride. Strictly reinforces the principle of karma, emphasizing that our actions inevitably lead to consequences. Our negative karma will definitely have consequences. Their plight serves as a cautionary tale about the danger of unethical behavior. This lesson is deeply rooted in dharma, highlighting that the paramount of necessity to adhere righteous conduct a favorable outcome. So we have to remember Prabhuji's Mataji's. What actions you are performing, right? What is that karma? Okay, am I accumulating what kind of karma you have to remember? Yeah, you have to remember. Okay, whatever karma, even in Krishna consciousness. Don't think that by doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there is one eighth rule is there. Okay, if you are doing any negative karma by thinking that you are chanting japa, then that is the eighth offense, Prabhuji's Mataji. I think if my number is correct. Okay, we should not do any negative karma. Okay, by considering that I'm in Krishna conscious. No. Now, recognizing the universal dependence on the divine. Okay, recognition of the universe's dependence on divine. This entire universe is dependent on Krishna, divine. The Kauravas' disparate play for the mercy strikingly acknowledges that their existence. See, they were initially think that we are ruling this entire planet. No, what happened at the end? They defeat the Balarama. Okay, and that is universe itself, and intrinsically linked to the Balarama divine will. That is what happened. This theme resonates with a Gaudiya Vaishnava perspective on the supreme control of the divine over all creation. Philosophically, it underscores the intrinsic relationship between the divine and the material world, illustrating that the sincere devotion is essential for spiritual salvation and maintaining the cosmic harmony. In summary, these thematic elements encapsulate the profound teachings of Gaudiya Vaishnava, intricately living together divine authority. This is what it is doing. Divine authority is being displayed. Ethical behavior, okay, this particular theme is taught, and spiritual evaluation of the individuals within the context of large big cosmic order. That is what this particular theme has taught. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry I have taken more time because this is very big. Sorry, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Hare Krishna. So now open for discussion. So you can add Sharat Prabhuji, Char Prabhuji. I am 100% sure I would have missed many important points which you have captured in your themes. Prabhuji.
So limited time, only so much you can do, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So quickly summarize, recap it. That's it. Package it, but just prepare so that we can have a little discussion,
Yes.
Because we learn more from the discussion.
Yes, that is correct.
Done now? Completed?
Archana Mataji, Raksha Mataji, Samta Mataji, Deepti Mataji, Badal Prabhu, Lalita Priya Mataji. Raji Prabhu also there. Raji Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So wonderful class, Prabhuji. So many takeaways, message. We have to learn so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for enlightening this wonderful PPT.
Any discussion points, any takeaways?
प्रभुजी यस प्रभुजी मैंने मतलब ये सोचा मतलब ये सीखा है कि पहले केस पे जो द्विजा था उसने लक्ष्मण जी से अपराध किया और उसका फॉल डाउन हुआ। यहाँ पे बलराम जी का डिसरिस्पेक्ट हुआ और उनका ये मतलब ये सिचुएशन आया। तो इट इज सेड दैट पहले हमें गुरु जो है हमारा बलराम जी आदि गुरु, ऐसे ही जैसे चैतन्य चरितामृत में भी ऐसा ही, अगर नित्यानंद प्रभु को हम वर्शिप नहीं करते हैं तो हम चैतन्य महाप्रभु को नहीं पा सकते। वैसे ही सेम है कि पहले हमें गुरु को सरेंडर करना है, फिर हम कृष्ण के पास जा सकते हैं। ये हम लेसन सीख सकते हैं इसमें से।
See, without even a war, okay, we have to understand how Balarama resolved the entire conflict. Okay, we have to understand the kind of power, but at the same time, the kind of compassion he has shown to everybody, even at that level of authority, that we have to understand. Prabhuji's Mataji's. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, very true.
Like two complete chapters we have gone through today. Okay, two complete chapters we have gone through today. 67 and 68, both we have done.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll answer this question. It has got a little deeper answer than what she is asking. As I once told you, there were some people who were left behind in the material world, while Lord Rama, he left for the spiritual world after ruling for 11,000 years. And these people were Hanuman, Jambavan, Vibhishan, then Divida and Maninda. Now, it is the same Divida who stayed till this the Dwapar Yuga from 24th cycle of Treta Yuga, and he was killed by the Balrama. Now, what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur he says in his comments in the Saratha Darshini Tika, he says that Narakasura was a friend of Divida, rather Divida was a friend of Narakasura, and Divida was the minister of the great devotee Sugriva in 24th cycle of Treta Yuga, and he was an associate of Ramachandra, but he became associate corrupted by the bad association of Narakasura and caused anarthas to arise him. Now, actually, what had happened in that the Yuga during Lord Rama's time, during daytime he used to fight in the army of Rama, and at night he used to go to Lanka and eat various other things which are not supposed to be eaten, and dance with various people there in Lanka. And in the morning, he used to come back and take part in the battle with Rama. Now, when Lord Rama came to know about this, he told him to go away from him. And here also in this Dwapar Yuga, this bad association was in reaction of an offense Divida had committed. And also what Mataji was saying, disrespect of Lakshmana also, because he was very proud of his strength. As you know, this Mainda and Divida mentioned here are actually the eternal liberated devotees addressed as attendant deities during the worship of Lord Ramachandra. This is what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur had to say. And the Lord arranged for their degradation to show that the evil of the bad association is a result, results from offending great personalities. Thus, the fall down of Divida and Mainda can be compared to that of Jaya and Vijaya. So, this is what is the history of Divida. And he was actually not punished. He was killed by Balrama, and he went to the spiritual world, because as Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, they are the eternal associates of the Supreme Lord. So, any other question or comments?
Bad association can lead to any extent. Yeah. That is these
And please remember that anybody who associates with the sinners, he incurs sin. Like the Panchamahapapas, the 5 great sins, the 5th one is one who associates with the sinners of the balance 4. I am not covering in detail because the time is short today. Therefore, anybody who associates with a sinner, wrongdoer, he also earns that much reaction. Like says, suppose somebody has done a sin, and somebody who talks about that, who tries to propagate that in the society that so and so has done, then he incurs the sin. And if a lot of people discuss about that thing and they criticize him, actually the original person, he becomes sinless. So these are the various reactions we have to understand. Any other question or comments on today's
मतलब
class?
प्रभु जी, उसका मतलब कि अगर किसी की निंदा करते हैं, कोई किसी की निंदा करता है और हम सुनते भी है उसको, तो हम भी उसका रिएक्शन हमें भी लगता है, ऐसा है ना प्रभु जी?
We should not listen. बट इफ वी हम अपने आप दूसरे का निंदा करते हैं, तो देन इट इज सिंफुल. Now, in the medieval period, there was a poet known as Charan Das. If you see the internet also, you will find a very, very nice song. Charan Das has his song that says, Sadho Nindak Mitra Hamara. How anybody who criticizes us, he is the greatest friend of us, not one who praises us. Please go through that and understand the meanings. That is very, very clear. So we should not criticize anybody for any wrong action. But you may say, suppose you are serving somewhere, you are the head or you are in some position and somebody under you does something wrong, that is your duty. But aside our duty, if we try to criticize so and so, well, now this is happening, that is happening in this country, this is happening in that country, so and so happening, somebody is doing this thing, that thing, that is not supposed to be spoken. That is what I mean.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, there is a song also in some language wherein they are inviting the critics that come, criticize us. So there are like so many benefits of being criticized. One is there is room for improvement and one sees one own fault. And also they say whoever is, if somebody is criticizing you, you are getting rid of your karma.
Yes, that is very correct. What I told you, sadho nindaka mitra hamara, you just read that. You will find exactly what you said. It is the same thing. That's why if anybody criticizes us for some wrong thing we would have done knowingly or unknowingly, that is actually good for us. That we have to understand.
Yes,
And
but Prabhuji, what
anybody who
mistake?
praises us, that is actually a very negative thing.
Yes, Prabhuji, they say when you're getting praised, you be aware because then your punyas are getting exhausted. And when somebody is criticizing you, your papa is getting exhausted.
Yes, that is the essence. You have understood the essence of these things. That is very, very correct. We should remember these things. These are very, very important.
But
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
unfortunately, what we have been doing, when we are being criticized, we get angry and we form more karmas. Now
Yes,
we are understanding what is our fault.
yes, that is very true. It comes naturally. But once you understand the law of karma, then we understand that if somebody is criticizing, he is doing the right thing. Our karma is getting reduced.
Very difficult to think like that. But there's one song also, a Purandar Das in Kannada. You will not understand Kannada, but then the song says that the criticizers are like stool-eating hogs, you know. So the hogs, the pigs, when they eat, they go and eat stool, right? So similarly, the criticizers, they come and eat all our bad things which we have in us. So they are like, he has compared it to the pigs who eat all rubbish.
Yes. Yes, that is very, very correct. They eat away all our sins and we become free at some point of time. Any other question or comments?
प्रभु जी, ये जो एपिसोड हुआ, ये सांब का मैरिज, तो ये बिफोर महाभारत होगा कि आफ्टर महाभारत?
Before only, because
after
Duryodhana,
Mahabharata,
everybody,
there is no Duryodhana.
there is no Duryodhana, right?
Right.
After Mahabharata.
Yes. Sorry.
There are no Kauravas. They are all gone.
After Mahabharata,
I was also going
to. Everybody died.
Yes, Prabhu ji, I missed that. Yes. Sorry.
Thank you, Prasad Prabhuji. It was a wonderful class. Danvat Pranam. Such a wonderful class. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sorry, Mataji, I have to rush even.
No, even if you had to rush, you completed everything very nicely,
Yeah.
Prabhu. Yeah.
Yes,
You have done good justice to the slides.
मुझे पौंड्रक का लेसन तो बहुत अच्छा था. पौंड्रक का लेसन बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आया और हम रिलेट कर सकते हैं. बहुत अच्छे से रिलेट भी कर सकते हैं.
Thank you, Prasad.
You have finished in time and even now the time is not over, but the questions are over. That's why you have completed well in time.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this opportunity. Thank you, Sharad Prabhuji, for this opportunity. Okay, any comments, Prabhu? Sharad Prabhu, Sharad Prabhuji, final comments?
No, I have no other point on this. Thank you very much for taking for explaining so nicely.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I just read and
प्रभु
added.
जी एक मतलब कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन ये देखा हमने कि अगर रुक्मणी मतलब दुश्मन थे रुक्मी और कृष्णा, तो उनकी बेटी का यहाँ पे मैरिज हुआ। यहाँ पे भी ऐसे पांडवों जो थे और कौरव में के बीच में बहुत ही दुश्मनावट थी, फिर भी दुर्योधन की बेटी का मैरिज यहाँ पे हुआ, क्योंकि वो तो सब एनिमी मतलब दिस इज रियल वर्ल्ड में नहीं होता है अभी के कि प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन में अगर कोई एनिमीज के बेटी के साथ मैरिज नहीं होता है, मगर वो टाइम में अच्छे से हो जाता था।
You see, what you are saying is very, very correct. But as I have already told, they are all eternal associates of the Supreme Lord. And they are taking part in this drama.
Yes,
Here also
Prabhuji.
here there was one thing that Lakshmana, she was not interested in marrying Samba. Is it true, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
But still forcibly she was. Then this is, how is it to be? I mean, if Swayamvara means the girl has a right to choose who she likes. Then if somebody forcibly takes it's like not a good thing, no, Prabhu?
That is a Rakshasa marriage.
Yeah, Rakshasa marriage, but then it is correct for the Kauravas to oppose Samba, is it not, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
Do you see the similarities between this story and Usha and Anirudh's story?
Yeah, Usha and Aniruddha, they were liking each other, but here they didn't like. I mean, Samba forcibly took away Lakshmana.
Here, Lakshmana was not that fond of. Later she, of course, when she gets married, then she develops love for, Samba. But other than that, what other differences that you notice, differences or similarities are there between the two pastimes? Both times, whether it was right or not, Krishna and Balaram did go and, defend Aniruddha, and in this case, Samba, whether right or wrong, but they supported that.
Yes.
There was nothing wrong in that actually. Why is it so? Why it is so?
Nothing wrong, because anything Krishna does, that is right.
No, it is not that, but like, see, he's a Kshatriya, okay? He can do the Rakshasa Vivaha. That is in that yuga, okay? According to that particular time frame, we have to see. Today, it is not the case, okay?
And that is also for the Kshatriyas only.
Kshatriyas, that is also for Kshatriyas. Today, there is no Kshatriya, all are Shudras.
Well done, Prabhuji.
That means when Swayamvara is announced, that means the girl must be very prepared that anything can happen. She can be abducted. She can get
माताजी
married.
इवन भीष्मा पितामह ने भी किया ना, अंबालिका।
Exactly, I am able to say that example.
Yes.
क्योंकि उन्होंने भी किडनैप कर लिया।
Yeah.
That time the eldest one, Amba
is in
the Amba was already in love with the other guy, right? Saul?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
One of the king.
Yeah. So then after she came, the Vishwapita brought her. Then she actually declared that she's in love with the other guy, But the other guy would not accept her then back.
Yes.
And finally,
then in later she became a Sikhandi.
Yeah, because she prayed to Lord Shiva, and then because she wanted to take a revenge with Bhishma. First, then she asked Vishwapitama to break his promise and marry her. Bhishma Pitama also said no. So she was nowhere. That's why and then she had to take a second birth. And finally, she took her revenge. The way Bhishma Pitama died, Bhishma Pitama was captured, and captured in the sense, give up the fighting spirit. And that's why Arjuna could defeat him. Because Arjuna always kept, by Krishna's advocation, Shikhandi was kept in front of that, okay? And then Bhishma Pitama would not use his weapons because he would not fight against a woman, So you know that story, right?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Prabhuji.
On top of that, Shikhandi was a Maharathi also. Maharathi means one who can fight with 10,000 people at one time.
For Bhishma Pitama, there was and nobody could defeat him.
Yes.
Similar thing happened with
Prabhuji,
Dronacharya, right?
हम ऐसे समझ सकते हैं, it is also divine लीला because भीष्म पितामह को हराना मुश्किल ही था, तो ऐसे करके भीष्म पितामह को हम वॉर में से बाहर ले जा सकते थे, क्योंकि तो अगर अदरवाइज पांडव जीत ही नहीं पाते थे.
Look at Dronacharya, also the same thing happened. Karna was killed also like that similarly. Because ultimately, the ultimate objective Krishna had was to establish a righteous king in Maharaj Yudhishthira.
Absolutely.
Actually, in the Mahabharata war, all others have been marginalized, like all other Pandavas except Arjuna. All others, all four were such great warriors, you cannot imagine. If you read even Yudhishthira and others, they were great, great warriors.
So now I'm working on 11th canto, first chapter. In the Samba is doing a terrible act. He became responsible. Remember, Samba was dressed as a woman, supposedly pregnant, and they wanted to test all these great eminent sages of the entire universe.
Musal Leela.
Mushal Leela, yeah. So that's what I'm working right now. This morning I was working on that, and suddenly this particular episode also came in. So Samba was a very interesting character, actually. Okay, so Prasad Prabhu, well done.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. One point I want to mention, I don't know how many of you heard this. Mahavatar Narsimha came in theaters. It was a wonderful movie. I have seen with some of the devotees.
Yes, Prabhuji, I am also going to see.
Yeah, please
so
watch.
Wonderful movie, yes. Everyone should see.
Which movie?
Mahavatar Narsimha Dev, Prabhuji. It is in 3D or animation movie.
3D is a better one. 3D is a better one. I just want to remind.
Yes,
so
3D.
It's on the YouTube. On the YouTube?
No, Prabhuji. It is
theater.
In theater.
Oh, in the theater, I see.
મગર પ્રભુજી અહીંયા તો બધા ડિવોટી ભેગા જાય છે અને બધા નરસિંહ આરતી કરે છે, ઇવન બધા ચપ્પલ બહાર કાઢીને જાય છે થિયેટરમાં.
અચ્છા.
બહુ સરસ. હા. હવે તો સમ નોર્મ્સ છે કે તમારા પિક્ચર જોવું હોય તો શું કરવાનું છે.
ये थिएटर्स में कीर्तन भी चल रहा है.
कीर्तन भी होता है. यस प्रभुजी. हमारे कांग्रेगेशन से 100 लोग गए थे, 100 पीपल डिवोटीज पिक्चर देखने को गए थे और बहुत अच्छा कीर्तन किया, सबने बहुत एंजॉय किया.
Wonderful.
Swami Maharaj visited near to my house. Around 300 devotees seeing that movie.
Same thing I heard about Ramayana. Ramayana series was going on. People used to worship, right?
Yeah.
Even the actor who played Ramachandra, they used to worship him.
अजी भी वर्शिप થાય છે પ્રભુજી.
अच्छा.
Yes, Prabhuji, he was once like that, the character played by Lord Ram, no? He was when at Bombay airport, people stopped and they would touch his feet and all. He would feel so embarrassed.
All right. So let's conclude the session now.
Thank you for this opportunity, Charu Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Really, thank you.
Prabhuji, tomorrow's class was scheduled for Sanjeev Prabhuji, but on some important work, he has gone to Hyderabad. I'll be taking the class tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, Radha Vinod Prabhu has left. Is he there still?
No, he has left.
Okay. Prabhuji, remind him that we gave him one assignment for this
11th canto.
11th canto.
Yes.
So I don't know the Pingala story, you know. So please let him know about that, okay? Because I tried to contact him, I couldn't get him, you know.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll ask him.
Please remind him. Okay, all right. So let's have a Nashima prayer.
Yes, Prabhuji. Shall we do the nursing prayers?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All
Hare
glory
Bol.
to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadadayine. Praladadadayine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Shilatankanakhalai. Shilatankanakhalai. Ito nasima parato nasima. Ito nasima parato nasima. Yato yato yamita to nasima. Yato yato yamita to nasima. Pahi Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha, Pahi Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha, Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye, Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye, Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalitaranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Tava Karakamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Anubringam Keshavta Narari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jayo Narsimhadev 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 Jayo Narsimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Prasad Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dana Pranam. Hello, Pranam to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.